A fierce storm had came to the island of Sodor. The wind howled and rain poured on the ground. The storm was so loud it kept the engines awake. "I can't sleep because of the storm," said Percy. "We all can't," replied Thomas. "Storms sure love to disturb a very important engine," huffed Gordon. By morning, the mainline didn't have any damage, but the branch lines were a mess. Sir Topham Hatt had sent Edward and James to clear the trees on Thomas's branch line. He also sent Thomas to work at the docks and Percy to shunt in the yard. Lots of trees had fallen down a hill and were on the tracks. Edward moved the breakdown train into the correct places where they would pick up the trees and load them into James's flatbed. Then, James would take them to the timber mill where they would be turned into furniture and other things. "Come on, James, we have more trees to take," said his driver. And that's what they did throughout the majority of the day. Later, as the two engines were clearing trees by a nearby bridge, James was feeling high and mighty with himself, as usual. "You know, Edward, Thomas is lucky that I'm quick and efficient to get his line cleared. With me around, we won't have any delays." "That's a good thing, James," said Edward, "but trees can sometimes be hard work." "It's not hard for me," James cheered, and he headed back to the timber mill with another load. At the junction before Toyrek, the points were out of order. James didn't notice this. He thought the points were fine, but he was soon switched on the line that was for the goods line, and he was going the wrong way. And into disaster! What? Ugh. Oh. James's flatbeds were cleared away by Murdoch as he took him to the timber mill. The tree had to be moved away so that James could be lifted back on the rails. "It's good to have you back on track, James," said Edward. "Thank you, Edward," said James. "Trees are hard work, especially if they're on your tracks." "Oh well," said Edward, "we live and learn," and he helped James home. Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for the two engines once they arrived. "James and Edward, you did a great job clearing up the line. The accident did cause some delays, but you managed to get as much cleared up as possible." Edward was pleased, and so was James, even if he did feel a little silly.